Hi, friends. Welcome back to Timeless Bible Story, where we bring the Bible to life with stories full of faith, courage, and God's amazing love. Have you ever helped someone just because it was the right thing to do? Or maybe you shared your lunch or invited someone to play with you. Today, we're going to hear about a woman who did something very kind and how God rewarded her in the most miraculous way. She's known as the Shunammite woman. Can you say that with me? Shunammite woman. Let's jump into her story. In the land of Israel, there was a small, happy town called Shunem. And in that town lived a woman with a big heart. The Bible doesn't tell us her name, but we call her the Shunammite woman because she was from Shunem. She and her husband lived in a beautiful home. They had plenty of food, a cozy house, and they were known for being kind and generous. One day, something special happened. A man named Elisha often passed through Shunem. Elisha was a prophet of God. That means God used him to share important messages and do amazing miracles. He traveled a lot, walking from town to town. And guess what? Every time Elisha came through Shunem, the Shunammite woman would invite him to eat at their house. She noticed he was a man of God, and she wanted to help him. She didn't ask for anything in return. She just wanted to do something kind. One day she said to her husband, "I know this man who visits us is a holy man of God. Let's build a small room on the roof just for him. We'll put a bed, a table, a chair, and a lamp so he can rest whenever he comes." Her husband thought it was a wonderful idea, so they did it. They made a special room just for Elisha. Can you imagine? A cozy guest room just for a prophet. The next time Elisha came to Shunem, he stayed in his very own room. He was so thankful. He said to his servant Gehazi, "This woman has gone out of her way to take care of us. What can we do to thank her?" Elisha wanted to bless her back. So he told Gehazi, "Ask her if she wants anything. Maybe we could speak to the king for her or the commander of the army." But the woman said, "No, thank you. I have everything I need. I live with my people. I'm happy." She didn't want any rewards. She helped because it was the right thing to do. Elisha turned to Gehazi and asked, "What can we do for her?" Gehazi thought for a moment and said, "She has no children, and her husband is old." That gave Elisha an idea. He called the woman to the doorway and said, "About this time next year you will have a son." She gasped. She had always wanted a child, but she was afraid to hope. She said, "Oh, man of God, please don't get my hopes up." But Elisha was speaking the truth, and sure enough, a year later, just as Elisha said, the Shunammite woman gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. What a miracle! She was overjoyed. The little boy grew strong and happy. He helped in the fields with his father. He laughed, played, and filled their home with joy. But then, something very sad happened. One day, while working with his dad in the field, the boy cried out, "My head, my head!" Something was very wrong. The father told a servant to carry the boy home to his mother. She held him in her arms. But by noon, the boy had died. It was a heartbreaking moment, but the Shunammite woman didn't give up. She believed in the power of God. She laid her son gently on Elisha's bed, the very bed in the prophet's room. Then she told her husband, "Please get a donkey ready. I'm going to find the man of God." She didn't even say the boy had died. Why? Because she had faith. She believed that God could still do something amazing. She rode and rode until she found Elisha at Mount Carmel. Elisha saw her coming and said to Gehazi, "Look, the Shunammite woman. Run to meet her and ask, 'Are you okay? Is your husband okay? Is your child okay?'" She said, "Everything is fine." But when she got to Elisha, she fell at his feet, weeping. She said, "Did I ask for a son? Didn't I say, 'Don't get my hopes up'?" Elisha knew something terrible had happened, So he got up, and he went with her. When Elisha reached the house, he went to the upper room. There he saw the boy, lying still on the bed. Elisha closed the door behind him and prayed to the Lord. Then he lay on the boy, face to face, hands to hands. Soon the boy's body grew warm. Elisha walked back and forth, then stretched himself on the boy again. Suddenly, the boy sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. The boy was alive again. Elisha called the Shunammite woman. She came in and fell at his feet with tears of joy. Then she picked up her son, alive and well. What a miracle! God had brought her son back to life. Her kindness and faith had not been forgotten. Thanks for joining us today, wonderful friends. Please subscribe and share our YouTube channel. See you soon next video.